Good evening, everyone. This always gets your attention. God is good. And all the time. I see y'all been to Sunday school. I see y'all. All right, my name is Dan Bell, serving you well in this place. So I bring you greetings from old school K97, V101, and now WD. Come on, finish it. D-I-A 1070. Let me say on the front end, thank you to those of you who oblige and you get up in the morning and you cut the radio on, and those of you just get a glimpse or a peep of, or to hear what's going on in Memphis and the great Mid-South. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me start this way. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far on the way, Thou who has by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path, we pray. 50 years is a mighty long time.
Yes, it is.
I said 50 years is a mighty long time. You do 50 years of anything, you didn't put in the work. So we're here to celebrate, to say congratulations, to encourage Mr. Hilliard and the Pete Mitchell Agency, PMA, to keep on going, don't stop. I used to play this record back in the day, don't stop, get it, get it. Don't stop, keep moving. So with that being said, I'm pleased to be your agenda guide for this evening's affair, your program navigator, your music motivator, all of that. So I'm going to turn over the program now to the baby of the bunch, of the Hilliard bunch, Brittany H.
I'm here to welcome you all.
I'm so happy to see that the room is full. I hate that I'm coming behind that welcome, but I'm going to do the official one. As he stated, my name is Brittany H. Elliott, and that stands for Hilliard. I'm a member of the Hilliard clan. I want to let you all know that we are extremely grateful to have you all here. And of course, I'm looking for my notes. Here we go. All right, today we celebrate not just another year, but half of a century of Pete Mitchell and Associates. 50 years. That's a testament to the vision, hard work, and dedication of countless individuals who have contributed to our success. This is a moment to reflect on the journey, celebrate the accomplishments, and look ahead to the future. We hope we can finally stop explaining that we are not a law firm. But if you still ask, we'll let you know that we can fulfill all of your insurance needs. This journey began with the vision of Eldridge Pete Mitchell, who had the foresight to establish an organization to fulfill the needs of the community. On Saturday, May 17th, we will acknowledge his 91st birthday. Let this be insightful to all the young people in the room, including myself. He started a business at 41 that has lasted 50 years. It has fed 3 generations. We have to give it up to Mr. Mitchell. We also extend our gratitude to our valued partners, suppliers, and most importantly, our customers who have trusted us over the years. Your patronage has been instrumental to our growth and success. We also acknowledge that we wouldn't be here without the hard work and dedication of our staff, past and present. Thank you for your commitment, your creativity, and your time. We really appreciate everyone in this room. And an employee that I would like to personally thank is George Hilliard, who Mr. Mitchell literally trusted with his baby. And as you can see, it's full grown, 50 years, and I think it's been raised right. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We thank you all, and let's celebrate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Brittany H. Elliott. And now, coming to the stage, please welcome Mr. Sylvester Tate. Don't wait. Take it to Tate, the CEO, Executive Director, owner of this establishment that we are in today. Again, Sylvester Tate, CEO of the Rain Event Center with remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, Stan. Oh, your check, huh?
Bless you.
You know one thing about Stan, he's going to recognize me no matter where I am, and I really appreciate that. I may have never told you that, but I appreciate you and all the kind words that you always have to say about Tate Computer Systems.
Bless you. I'm welcome, sir.
Thank you. I woke up this morning in Los Angeles, California, and here I am, here because of George. Otherwise, I would be at home in the bed. I got up at 3 a.m. this morning to catch a flight back here so I could be a part of this celebration. And I'm going to share a little bit about why that was important to me. First of all, I want to start by thanking God for all He has done in my life. Before I share my memories of Pete Mitchell and Associate, I want to take a moment to recognize a man I deeply admire, and that's George. George is always George. Genuine, consistent, and loyal. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of attending his birthday celebration, visiting his home, and just building a real relationship with him. George, I appreciate the relationship we have built, not just a business associate, but as a friend. I thank you. Now let's talk about Pete Mitchell and Associates. We go way back. I started, they were and still are one of my very first clients when we started Tate Computer Systems. I started by working with Mr. Mitchell, who was truly a trailblazer. Rest in peace, Mr. Mitchell. When I came on board handling their IT needs, they were like many small businesses at the time. They relied on someone with a full-time job to handle problems after hours. That just was not sustainable as a business. Mr. Mitchell saw that early on and made a decision. He hired my company, Tate Computer Systems, to provide dedicated support to his business. Anyway, coming from the military, I learned that downtime equaled lost revenue. My mission was always to give my client the fastest turnaround time possible. After a while, Mr. Mitchell came to me and said, "Sylvester, I'm spending a lot of money with you, but my computer still not working like I need it to." And I said, "Mr. Mitchell, respectfully, you got a hodgepodge of hand-built equipment. If you want real performance, it's time to invest in new systems." And that's exactly what he did. He bought all new computers, and if he were here today, I believe he would say that was the best investment I ever made. They had one fast computer in the building, and the rest of them was snails. So people was in line to put in applications and claims for their customers. So when they got the new computers, I hardly ever heard from them ever again. And now here we are trying to take them to the cloud. So we have been together for at least 30 years. My company is 37 years old. They started in 1975. That's the year I graduated from high school. So, we go a long ways back. So I think I am the one that's come up here and really talk about some history as to African American business patronizing each other. Because just like they have patronized me, I have patronized them. We always have something in the pipeline that we're working on, whether it's residential, commercial, automotive, or something. Because we spend a lot of money on insurance, and particularly in the tech field, especially with all the cybersecurity risk and things like that. Anyway, my relationship with Pete also extends beyond Pete Mitchell Associate. He made sure I took care of several computers for her. I would go to her home and make sure her computer was always working for her. I also supported his boxing every year, participated in his golf tournament, always was a sponsor. And Pete would say, "You don't have to put your check in the mail, I'll come by and get it." So even now, years later, our relationship with Pete Mitchell Associates is still going strong. Thanks to the leadership of George and Miss Gertrude Lee, who I've worked with closely over the years, and continue to do the right. And I just ask you guys to continue to do the right thing. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, and congratulations on preparing Brittany and the team to carry the company into the future. This is a beautiful milestone, and I'm honored to celebrate it with you here at Rain Event Venue. Thank you all, and once again, congratulations on your 50th anniversary. Ladies
and gentlemen, the CEO of Tate Computer Systems and the Rain Event Center, Mr. Sylvester Tate. Don't wait. Take it to Tate. It's your best choice. Now, to bless us and give us a bit of invocation, we're going to invite to the stage now the one and only Mr. Dedrick Pearson. Oh, not time for the lecture slide yet. That's later on in the show. Hear ye him.
Let us bow. Gracious and eternal God, we gather today with grateful hearts to celebrate the remarkable milestone, the 50th anniversary of Pete Mitchell and Associates Insurance Agency. We say thank you, Lord. Lord, we thank you for your faithfulness through every season, every challenge, every success that has brought this company to this very moment. We honor the vision of Eldridge Pete Mitchell, who laid the foundation for this agency, and we thank you for the integrity, the commitment, and the compassion that has guided its path over 5 decades. Bless those who served us through over the years, the founders, employees, clients, and our partners. Each one a thread in this rich tapestry of purpose and service. Lord, we ask that you continue to grant us wisdom, grant our leadership wisdom, unity to its team, and favor upon our mission. May Pete Mitchell and Associates remain a pillar of trust and excellence in the community. And may our future be marked with innovation, growth, and continued service to others. As we reflect on the past with gratitude, we look forward with faith, knowing that you hold all things together. Father, be with those who have prepared our food for us this evening, that it may be a nourishment to our bodies, to our specific uses and occupations. This we pray in your darling Son's name. Amen.
Thank you again, Mr. Pearson. Thank you so much for blessing us with those words. All right, Miss Elliott.
All right, everybody, we are ready to eat. What we're gonna do, we do have a few reserve tables, and we're gonna allow those to go first, and we're gonna party while we do so. So if you can, let's get tables 1 and 2. Tables 1 and 2, we can get you all in the line. We'll go ahead and get you served. And we'll go in order of a lottery after 1 and 2. We'll do 3 and 4, and then the rest will be up to Mr. Bill. He'll let you know which table will go up to the foods. Thank you all. 1 and 2 right now.
All right, everybody, 1 and 2 right now. Thank you so much. Let's move expeditiously so others can be served. Thank you so much. Enjoy the food.
Visiting our troops, our soldiers who are around the world in uniform, and they are serving not just the state of Tennessee, but they're serving our nation courageously, and they are servants of the people, and he is there encouraging them this evening. Asked me to represent him here, and plus I wanted to be here anyway because Brother Hilliard is a good friend, someone that I respect for so many years. This agency, the business of the state of Tennessee, is business. And what we see from Pete Mitchell and Associates is a shining example of what a business ought to be, a small business, if you want to call it that, ought to be. The average lifespan, they say, of a small business, a new business, a upstart business is about 2 years. In about 2 years, many of them go out of business. And here it is, a half century. And we are celebrating this great business because there was dedication, there was vision, there was courage, and there was service. They carry my insurance for my business. The thing I like about Pete Mitchell and Associates, when you call, they answer the phone. And if there is a problem, they solve the problem. And I appreciate them so much. They serve my father in his businesses, and they have served me and my colleagues. Ms. Epps here, the CAO of my company, is here, and she can call Miss Lee anytime, and she'll answer the phone and solve the problem. So I'm here today to represent Governor Lee, and I told Governor Lee about this company and about George and others who have worked with him for so many years, and I would like for you to come up because when I told him from Kuwait, he sent instructions for this to be done, a day of recognition. And what this says is, by Bill Lee, Governor and on behalf of the people of Tennessee, by virtue of the authority vested in me, I hereby confer upon Pete Mitchell and Associates Incorporated a day of recognition in honor of 50 years of service to our community. So the governor has designated this day in honor of Pete Mitchell and Associates.
All right, one more hand for Representative John Deberry Jr. on Capitol Hill, with our governor who is in Kuwait, so he has been a very vital piece to speaking in his behalf. Next, we're going to ask one of our city council members to come forward, if you would. Please, I call her the diva, the hair diva, Pearl Eva, in the building, all things fairly, in all things city of Memphis, our councilwoman. Please welcome to the stage, the one and only Councilwoman Pearl Walker.
Thank you, Mr. Bell Ringer.
Bless you.
I am Pearl Eva Walker, Memphis City Councilwoman for District 3. And just like Texas State Representative Jasmine Crockett, I too wear fake lashes. Thank you so much for choosing Whitehaven in District 3. And thank you so much for staying in Whitehaven. We have some wonderful things taking place as I speak, and you all will hear more about it in the upcoming weeks and months. And I'm also a client. For the past 7 years, you all have provided us with liability insurance for the I Love Whitehaven weekend, and I just wanted you all to know that. This reads as follows: Memphis City Council Resolution. Whereas the Memphis City Council finds it fitting to commemorate individuals who have significantly contributed to our community and whose commitment and courage have helped shape a more just and equitable Memphis. Whereas One moment, please. That's okay. The first line is the same for all of them. Thank you. Whereas Pete Mitchell and Associates Incorporated, founded in 1975 and located at 4116 Mill Branch Road, has served the Memphis community for 50 years, beginning with student accident insurance and expanding to offer full service risk management and insurance solutions. And whereas Pete Mitchell and Associates Incorporated, their experienced team with over 275 years of combined expertise, let's give that a hand, y'all, has consistently prioritized professional development to better serve its diverse clientele base. And whereas Pete Mitchell and Associates has been recognized for excellence with awards including the 2024 Great Beginnings Award, multiple Benny Awards, the MLGW Flame Award, among others, reflecting its perseverance, growth, and outstanding service. And whereas Pete Mitchell and Associates is deeply engaged in both professional and community organizations such as the National African American Insurance Association, Black Chamber of Memphis, formerly known as the Black Business Association of Memphis, Memphis Chamber of Commerce, and the Better Business Bureau. And whereas Pete Mitchell and Associates has proudly served major clients including Shelby County Government, the City of Memphis, MLGW, Baptist Memorial Healthcare, Memphis Shelby County Airport Authority, and the I Love Whitehaven Neighborhood and Business Association. Whereas family, friends, and community members were gathered on May 15, 2025 to honor this historic milestone and commend Pete Mitchell and Associates Incorporated for 5 decades of excellence, leadership, and service. Now therefore be it resolved that the Memphis City Council honors and congratulates Pete Mitchell and Associates Incorporated on its 50th anniversary and extends best wishes for continued success and service to the Memphis community. Given by my hand under the Great Seal of the City of Memphis on this 15th day of May, 2025, Pearlie Will Walker, Memphis City Council, District 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna go back to the order program, but while you all are watching the video is gonna let you all know who we are. You'll get to know the staff and just the history of Pete Mitchell Associates. But feel free to get up and get leftovers or throw your plates away as well, but we just wanted to give you some kind of insight to our world inside to see who you've been working with every day. Thank you. Sound people playing on. Take it off mute. All right. Tate. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next person and we'll come back. Brother, Ms. Collins, you ready to go? Thank you.
Joy, you can stay there. So good evening. I'm Harold Collins, I serve as Chief Administrative Officer for Shelby County Government. The reason I asked George to stay where he's seated is because the first gift that Mayor Harris and I thought about was a $400 million airplane. But we figured he wouldn't accept it. But Council Lady Walker, our special assistant to the governor, gave a proclamation. We all know what these say. What I want to share is, it's very seldom do you have a vendor who's also a good friend. And many of us were gathered a couple of months ago to celebrate your other milestone. And it dawned on me that everybody in the room said you were their best friend. Typically, we can count our friends on one hand. But it's amazing that at that milestone, everybody in the room said you were and are their best friend. That means that everybody holds you in high esteem, that you have impeccable character, and that you stand on your principles. And Shelby County government is proud to have a vendor that reflects those values. And so on behalf of the 960,000 citizens, we want to say thank you, George and Pete Mitchell Insurance, for your impeccable character, your unwavering faith, and your ability to make all of us in this room be your best friend. Congratulations on 50 years.
On some business, different types of business.
Something just for a moment.
And in 1995, we had a conversation.
Thank y'all. We sort of breaking protocol because we have someone that needs to leave and somebody that's very, very special to Pete Mitchell and Associates. This lady been knowing Pete Mitchell over 50 years. They used to be co-workers. And for 50 years, she has supported the agency, and as to Mr. Mitchell left us, they were great, great friends. And we sort of been out of order, but she has to leave, so we did not want her to go without us saying how much we appreciate you, Louise Horton. She has been friends. She has been friends, and I mean when we say friends. Come on up, Louise. I know you weren't expecting this. That's why I told Stan not to call your name. But lady, she worked with Pete. She left and went to work for Shelby County Government Herald. Now, she didn't give us preferential treatment, but she looked out for us. I don't want you to think that she broke any rules. But she did everything but break rules to make sure that Pete Mitchell was taken care of, which means that she was taking care of us as well. We love you so much. Don't cry. Rachel, you want to say what that means since you gave me the tool?
It says, in great appreciation to Louise Horton for your friendship and unwavering support of Pete Mitchell and Associates Insurance Agency for 50 years.
Come back. Stan, you come over here with us. Sir? You come over here.
Hi, my name is George Hilliard. I'm the president of Pete Mitchell Associates Incorporated. I became acquainted with Pete Mitchell and Deberry. I was with another agency, so we started a partner on some business, different type of business. And in 1995, we had a conversation, and Pete Mitchell came with the idea of why don't we come together as one. And that oneness became a great partnership. In 1995, as again, when he approached me and other guys that was part of my team, he said, I'm gonna build a building. And within 2 or 3 weeks after we decided to come together, he started construction on the building that we in now, that sits at 4216 Mill Ranch Road. And from there, in 1999, Pete Mitchell and I became partners. And from then on, it was a great relationship, very hard relationship.
My name is Benji Pearson. I began my time at Pete Mitchell and Associates on November the 17th, 2008. I always used to tell George before I left the Genesco industry that if I ever left, I'd probably come to Pete Mitchell and Associates based on how much we talked about other business. So here I am, some 17, almost 18 years later, serving my capacity as an insurance producer for all lines, whether that's home, auto, or business, we take care of it all. The benefits of having an independent insurance agent is that we have the opportunities to explore many networks and avenues for your insurance coverages. We like to think that we can write the good, the bad, and the ugly, regardless of if you have great, clean driving records, or you had a couple of situations that you had to take care of. We have the markets to go out and procure for you the best insurance for life circumstances. We understand circumstances happen, but we do have the markets and the products to help you wherever life is taking you from an insurance perspective.
I'm Gertrude Lee, Vice President. I started with Pete Mitchell and Associates January 4th, 1999. I met George and Mr. Mitchell probably in December of 99 as they came to quote one of the properties that I was interested in or that I was managing at the time. Of course, George didn't know I was the manager of the program. So we talked for a while and then we discussed the program. And at the end of that conversation, George asked if I thought I should be working at Pete Mitchell and Associates.
My name is Hilliard, and I've been with Pete Mitchell Associates for 25 years. And my specialty is commercial and personal. I pretty much do it all. And that's what I do.
Hi, my name is Brittany Hilliard Elias. I have been at Pete Mitchell Associates since 2000, 25 years ago. I started as a summer intern, and I would come back during college. And also when I started my career, I would work here as well. My current role, I am a licensed agent, and I specialize in homeowners insurance. I am also the operations manager, also known as George Hill's personal assistant.
I've been with Pete Mitchell 2001. I got hired by Pete Mitchell because I went through urban league, and a friend of mine got interned down here, and they had an employee that go out on maternity leave. So I decided, she told me to come put in your application and see could I get hired. So I came down, did an interview with Mr. Hilliard and Ms. Lee, and I got hired. I started as a part-time employee until the young lady came back from maternity leave. Once she got back, I had worked so hard and so good, Mr. Hilliard decided to hire me. So I've been here ever since, but I did do a little break, but I came back with less than a year. So I've been here ever since December 2001.
Hi, my name is Mary Lynn. Been here 13 years, and I'm data entry, and I file and help out.
My name is Dorothy Hilliard. I've been working with Pete Mitchell since 2012, which is 13 years. And it has been somewhat very unique for me. I retired from the Postal Service after 37 years in 2010. And for 2 years, I did various things, volunteer work, did travel, but I wasn't being fulfilled. So I decided to get me a part-time job to help me to afford the travel that I was doing.
My name is Willie Hilliard, and I'm responsible for auto renewal. I've been with the company for 8 years.
My name is Terrence Hilliard. I started PMA in 2019. My role is kind of multifaceted. I'm the check person, the marketing person, the bookkeeper, and I also do the financial.
We had an opportunity to acquire the Fred Deberry Insurance Agency in 2024. This opportunity was a great opportunity for us because the Fred Davis Agency shared a lot of the common goals. The Fred Davis Agency started in 1867. Pete Mitchell Associates started in 1975. Both of these being Fred Davis and Pete Mitchell had some of the same challenges. Started an agency, and the main challenge was to get the insurance company to allow them to represent them. Back in those days, you had to have someone to sponsor you in order to get your license. Eventually, Hartford Insurance Company decided to give both of them an opportunity. So there's a lot of history there. Not only is the history there, but also the commonality. There's some of the same clients. We share some of the same banks and some of the same insurance companies. So it was a good fit for us because all we're going to do, what we're doing now, is continue the legacy of Fred Davis as well as Pete Mitchell and the team that came along with the acquisition of both, all had over 30 years of experience. And that's a good fit for us, so we definitely need insurance, people with insurance experience.
My name is Melissa Mickens, and I worked for Fred Davis Insurance. I started in 1989 as a data entry and file clerk. And in about 5 years, I got my license, and I'm now licensed in accident and health, life, property, and casualty. I was with Fred Davis Insurance for 35 years.
Hi, I'm Tina. I work for Fred Davis Insurance for 32 years. I've now been with PMA for a year now. I specialize in commercial insurance. I enjoy doing that exactly.
Part of our mission statement is to associate ourselves with people who help us, organizations, etc., that be able to obtain some of the things that we would like to obtain in reference to offering insurance products as well as in the community. And one of our associations that we associated ourselves because of Pete Mitchell insisted on us being part of an insurance association. And that insurance association that we selected was Professional Insurance Association. And with our affiliation with them, I was able to attend my first conference in 1995. Look around the room, there's a lot of people. I was only African American agent there. And from there, I decided to get more involved The association allowed me to become the first president of the City of Memphis Association in the state. I had the opportunity to become the first African American of the association, which was started in 1985. And they afforded me the opportunity to become the first African American state president. Our team member, Deidre Pierce, was able to become the president of the city as well as the state as well.
Mitchell came in with the agency, and he took over the accounting part that I was supposed to be handling when I started here. He would bring his accounts to me on a little piece of paper. He always used stretch paper. He didn't believe in using this paper or clean paper. So he would bring it in, and he would list his accounts, and I would have to make sure that the money is in the bank before he paid the account. And it was always at the end of every month, he made sure that, and if the money wasn't there, it was always like, Miss Lee, where's the money? Yes and no, and then I have to go and find whoever wrote the account and make sure that the money has been collected and put in the account. Mr. Mitchell always came, when he came in, he had a little envelope with his to-do list on it. It would always be a used envelope. When I asked him, I said, Mr. Mitchell, why do you have a used envelope? He said, well, I don't need a plain one because I can use this one. It has two sides. And he would check out.
One funny story, when I first started, Mr. Mitchell was training me. And he came in the first time and saw me, and he looked at me like, who is this dude in here? And he didn't put in here responsible for the money, so he put it in here for the money. But after a while, we got to know each other working. He started making me do his task and his milestone because once he saw me working, he was like, okay, so you kind of old school too, okay? But we got to look at the flight. I'm like, okay, all right. So we worked together, and it was funny just because he really didn't trust me at first. And
because he was always very good and very pleasing when he came in. He always had a joke or something to say, whether you felt good or not. He would say something and put a smile on your face.
Or first time meeting Mr. Mitchell, he asked me, how did you eat an elephant? His words were, one bite at a time. So we're still eating elephants. We're not afraid of elephants. We like to go and take on the big things and do them well.
When we first, I've been here several years. About 3 or 4 of us decided we needed to lose some weight. We needed to exercise. So he started this program just for us. He would take us to the gym 2 days a week to practice, to exercise. And wow, he worked us out so that we would hardly be able to sit the next day. We'd be so sore. I was the oldest one in the group, of course. And he would always say, Miss Lee, you can do it. Come on, hit that box, hit that bag. It was real funny because he just made sure that we all really enjoyed it. And it was really good for us. And we actually did lose, I didn't lose any weight, but at least exercise was good, which I had not been doing. And exercise is always good for us. He would always tell us, exercise. And he would show us by doing, and that was good.
With Mr. Mitchell all the time. I enjoyed his energy. He basically made me feel like I could do anything. He was so impressed with my computer skills, and he just was such a positive light to have around. So, Mr. Mitchell, we are so grateful for your legacy, and hopefully we are doing you proud.
Because of his vision, we are able to do things that their agency probably would not be able to do. We'll diversify our products and services. Not only do we offer insurance products, we also do insurance consulting, we do training, and we do other things that, because we feel that the industry today and what's going on in the world today, we need to be more flexible and be able to offer things that will accommodate our clients. The insurance industry has changed so much. We just in the last couple of years, is always mindful of what adjustments we need to make, and we try to make those in order for us to be more successful.
We are
We are our PMA. We
right, give it up. And all together, we are PMA. Say it again. We are PMA, Pete Mitchell Agency. Nice video, 50 years and counting. All right, that's pretty good. So we're up to expressions. All right. All right.
Jessie Hill.
Brittany.
We skipping around. Jessie Hill, are you here? All right, we're ready for you. Thank you. And next we'll have Miss Jozelle Booker.
Good evening, how are you all? Good evening. I was asked to say a few things by Mr. Hilliard. My name is Ms. Hill. I'm from Liberty Bank and Trust, formerly the Tri-State Bank. I've been with Liberty over a year now. I met Mr. Hilliard through Liberty. Just wanted to say a few things about Pete Mitchell and their services. And also want to thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. Pete Mitchell's insurance agency has provided our community and customers with insurance to, for their needs. Also, my facts, I got some facts from one of my customers. They went back and they talked about how Pete Mitchell was the first Black man in Memphis to provide insurance to commercial customers for his coverage, and provide services for minorities for their residential services. This also was brought to me too during the Tri-State era. With Tri-State, we provided insurance for our customers and our employees. Pete Mitchell and Mr. Walker, which is Tri-State, were friends during that time. Also, a fact that I found out today as well. Pete Mitchell also provided insurance for our local transportation company in Memphis, which also Pete Mitchell was like our go-to person for the Black community, as far as getting insurance when there was no insurance to, no one to provide insurance for our minority customers. I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity to speak here today. And also, if you all are in need of any financial needs, please come see me at Tri-State Bank. Thank you guys. Have a great evening.
Good evening. I am very pleased to be here to share some expressions about Pete Mitchell Insurance and about George Hilliard. George and I met when I was working at Memphis Light, Gas and Water. And you fast forward to where I am today at the MMBC Continuum. So you would think that as a member of the MMBC Continuum, where we work to help businesses to connect with corporations, we do that too. But George has become a trusted partner of the MMBC Continuum. And I'd say a trusted partner of mine. I call George a lot, asking him questions not only about insurance, but about coverage, about strategies. I remember a few years ago, there was a lot of interest in some of our contractors in working on projects that did not require bonding. So I called George and I said, George, tell me about that. And what's that all about? And it's nice to have someone that is a subject matter expert that you trust and that you can call at any time and ask a question. And so as a result of his assistance in sharing information with us about the industry, about various industries, about what things work good, and how we can better serve our business owners, I thank you for that. His company, for a long time, the MMBC Continuum was served by Fred Davis Insurance. Now, we are served by Pete Mitchell Insurance for all of our corporate insurance needs. But the good thing about a partner is what I consider Pete Mitchell Insurance to the MMBC Continuum. We had an opportunity to launch a program countywide where we are working in all 13 county commission districts, helping business owners, whether they're from ideation or an existing business owner, to help them understand how to build a solid infrastructure for their business and foundation. And Pete Mitchell Insurance is helping us with that. So not just selling insurance and providing insurance, but through leadership, helping other businesses to understand the things that they need to do to be able to grow and scale and protect themselves and their assets is what they do. And so I want to thank you for not just being a business in the marketplace that is making money on other businesses, but giving back and helping businesses to understand how to be profitable and how to be qualified and how important that is today in this world that we live in today. Is for minority businesses, women businesses, small businesses, all businesses, to understand how to be qualified, capable, and competitive so that they can be profitable. And that is what Pete Mitchell Insurance is helping us do across this county and across this city. And I want to thank you for all that you do. I want to thank you for the members of your team that when we call might answer the phone, or we might send you an email that might help us. And so I'd like to just say thank you to you, George, and to Pete Mitchell, and what you do, the service that you provide. And this is a great day and a great night to celebrate a business that's been in existence for 50 years, and just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, Terrence, for putting that together. You know, we're so proud of what we do in the community, and we just want to share that with you. But we know the evening's getting a little late, and we definitely did not want to neglect or minimize the next two people that be coming before us. Marvin Davis. Marvin Davis is the son of Fred L. Davis. And as you mentioned and you heard that we acquired them last year in May. And the reason that we did that because of a lot of its commonality. Fred Davis and Pete Mitchell went through some of the same challenges, and both of them was very wise. They were very astute on how to do what they had. And one of the things that they definitely did was avail themselves with people who could assist them in their endeavors. One of them was to partner with insurance companies, insurance brokers who could help them when they did not necessarily have the resources or the things that they needed in order to get some of the larger clients. So both of them were very, very astute in doing those kind of things. Again, some of the other commonalities which you heard on the video. So at this time, we're going to ask Mr. Marvin Davis to come on behalf of his father and Fred L. Davis Insurance Agency.
Thank you, George, and thank you for including me on this wonderful night of celebration for Pete Mitchell and Associates. You know, it was 8 years ago that I was at the 50-year celebration of Fred L. Davis Insurance, 50 years in business, as you mentioned, started in 1967. And, you know, he and Pete were friendly rivals, but it was more, the enemy was on the other side of the wall, you know, so there was much more of them to be together than against each other. And you should be very proud of what you built at Pete Mitchell and Associates, and I give Pete credit for the vision, or maybe just sheer luck, of being able to bring George on as a partner, and to be able to have that succession in place, and to now have Brittany and the rest of the Hilliard family to continue with that. And it was very important, you know, for the clients that we have built, that they would be in good hands. And, you know, there were only 2 Black-owned independent agents in the city. And so I felt very happy, comfortable, fortunate to be able to have our clients who have been with us for decades, welcomed into the Pete Mitchell family. And I also want to thank you for welcoming Melissa and Tina, who have been with my dad since they came out of high school. You heard they've been there 35 years. And Pete Mitchell and Associates embraced them and brought them in as if they were family and been there for day one. So I thank you very much for that. So I can't say any more that hasn't already been said today. Again, thank you so much for including me here to be able to speak to you today, and I wish you well on the next 50 years.
There will not be a Pete Mitchell and Associates. It was not for the family that's about to come forward, for allowing him to do some of the things he did. You know, the insurance industry is a tough industry, especially when you're independent. And for the group that's about to come, they had to allow him the flexibility. And I know Mrs. Mitchell is not here, but I know it was a very challenging time during the time that he came up as he and Fred L. Davis, and the challenges that for a Black man to be able to move forward in this industry is a major challenge. At this time, we're going to ask a representative from the LGBT Mitchell family to come forward.
Sheri Mitchell James. I am the daughter of Pete. I am number 2, but I was the boss. A couple of things. I want to say thank you to you, George. A lot of times when, my dad passed in 2021, and sometimes when the person who starts a company leaves, and we are not in the insurance business, they forget about you. But George has been at Pete Mitchell and Associates, they've been at all the boxing tournaments, boxing, golf tournament, whatever we have this Saturday. He told us about this, so they've never forgotten about us. I was actually 14 when Dad started this company, and I was a little upset because I'm a football buff, and he was with Memphis State, and he and my younger brother, not this younger brother, but one behind me, we would go on recruiting trips, and I thought it was pretty cool to help him recruit for Memphis State. And so when he decided to do this, he took me out of my wheelhouse. So one thing I want to say, some things that you guys don't know, I think Representative Deberry said most businesses go away within 2 years. My dad had a lot of businesses. There was PJ's Travel Agency, lasted a year. There was PJ Burger Bar, and I think we were the only ones that ate there. He had PJ's Record Bar, which was right next to PJ's Burger Bar, and I think we were the only ones that bought the records. But so none of those really lasted. But when I remember when he got his real estate license and his insurance, and then this took off, and we were just so proud that he never understood the word no. If you said no to him, that meant not now, or not at this time. And he instilled that into us. And so we've been told no. I was told no when I couldn't start my own pediatric practice, but I did for almost 20 years. Because he told us that no means not now. No means go through a different door. And I do appreciate the way you guys are still doing the community thing, because he was big on helping people, big on community, the boxing academy that he had. We still having a golf tournament. One thing he told me before he passed was, do not mess this tournament up. And so I'm about coming here every May for the golf tournament. And he's always told us to, if you can't help someone, don't hurt them. So again, I want to appreciate you for, I didn't realize it had been 50 years. I said, man, I'm getting old. But okay, thank you. Let me introduce my family. This is my baby brother, Robert, and his wife, Chantel, my husband, Derek, and my cousin, Jim.
Sheri mentioned about the Restoration House. Scotch tournament, Mr. Mitchell found that particular entity. He actually founded the Restoration House, and they do a golf tournament to assist those young men who Mr. Mitchell took in. Well, some of them, at that time he started it. As he mentioned about being so community service, we saw the awkward video, but I think we had some pictures there, but we're not going to go there. But he was very, very concerned about the community, and especially young men. And he started that foundation, and there would be a golf tournament on Saturday. And he'd be what age? 92 years old. 91 years old. And I'm gonna try to play in the golf tournament. I can't play golf, but we, as Sheri said, we try to do that because this is what people want us to do. Thank you so much, Mr. Family. And Marvin, thank you so much. We do appreciate that. I mentioned about, as we close, I mentioned about Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Davis was very astute in trying to form alliances and partnership. You remember I told you, Jozelle, Mr. Mitchell started a partnership. Partnership means that you go out and find somebody who can help you meet your goals. And we have Mr. John Short, one of the things that Fred Davis and Pete Mitchell did was they found brokers, they found anybody they could find to help them serve their clients. And Willis Calvin Watson's John Short is one of our partners, stand up John, for 20 plus years. And we appreciate that. I believe the PIA team left, but professional insurance agents, they were very instrumental in it, as well as you heard about Dietrich, giving each and I an opportunity to actually use our skills. And again, that organization was founded in 1935. And we were, Dietrich and I believe there was one other state president before Dietrich, but I was the first African-American president of that association for the state. So those are the opportunities that we had because Pete Mitchell pushed us to do that. So I want to recognize John and PI, they left, but I want to say thank you to them as well. Again, we appreciate all of you, and I don't know if I'm leaving anything out really, but we know that the evening is getting late. We appreciate you so much. If you're here, you're part of our team, whether you advocate for us, whether you are our client, whether you are a community partner, or whatever, but you are our friend, and we appreciate you so much for being here. We do not take this for granted. This is Thursday evening, was Thursday night now, and you are here with us, and we do appreciate that. Really, anything else? No? Well, stand held. Thank you. Thank you. And Markia almost got fired this evening. But for those who mentioned like as water, she's not on the clock. So she's not professional. She's not photographer. So I just don't want anybody to say Markia was like as water on the clock. You might well hear because you almost got fired. So you get
Come on, give it up for George Hilliard, everybody. PMA. We're celebrating good times, y'all. It's dessert time. Continue to fellowship, socialize, meet somebody that you haven't made an acquaintance with. Thank you so much. Agents, Pete Mitchell Associates. Is that right, Brittany? You ready for the picture? We're gonna take a group picture, if you don't mind. Group picture, Pete Mitchell Agency. We're gonna take a photo right by the step and repeat, right by the lighted PMA. The photographer is asking all Pete Mitchell Associates to come to the backdrop by the balloons and the signature sign. Thank you.